Hi everyone, it's Tanya here with Memory Lane Keepsakes, and welcome back to my channel. I am so glad that you guys have chosen to join me today. I am here to share a project share as well as a quick tutorial with you all by the company Craspire. I was asked by Craspire to pick a few of their different items to do a product review. So I chose some of the items, and the items that I'm going to be featuring today is going to be these items right here, which happens to be the transparent sealing wax beads. I have one in this beautiful color right here, as well as this color right here, which is a clear. And they come in these little jars right here, which is really adorable. And I have been really interested in trying these out because I have been seeing them for quite some time and wanted to see how these will look on a project. So I'm going to be showing those today, as well as showing the 4-shape blank wax seal stamp head kit that I received as well. These are items that I chose from their website. So the 4 stamp head set consists of these 4 different shapes here. So this is one that I picked right here, which is the heart. And this is what this one looks like. And I also got this circle. And it looks like that. And then I also picked this oval as well. And all I did was I attached the handle that comes with it. The handle is part of the kit as well. But I went ahead and all you have to do is pretty much screw this onto the wax stamp heads, and then you can place that on there to be able to use them for your wax sealing. And then the last shape that I got is this octagon shape, and this is a really big one. And this is what that one looks like when it's laying straight down. So this is all part of the kit here. Those are all the pieces you'll receive. And this kit has been a lot of fun to play with. I have been playing with this to see some different ways that I could use it, and now I'm back to share with you all what my projects look like for what I created and give you some input to what I found when I started using these items right here, which happens to be the transparent sealing wax beads. So I brought out some other tools that I got from Craspire when I also did a review for them, which happens to be my spoons. They also have these on their website as well, but this was in another video before, so I am still using some of their other products that I was able to review, and I'm still having a lot of fun using those spoons as well. And then I have some of my own stamp heads that I've already pulled as well. Now one of these I got from Craspire as well, which happens to be the Happy Mail. That was another one that I got on my last product review. So they do have some different wax seal stamps that you can get that do have different words and different pictures and images on them besides the blank ones, just to let you know. So I did play along with that, and I wanted to also demonstrate and show you guys what it looks like on my project, as well as give you a quick demo on one of the projects so that way you can kind of see how I've been playing with it. So let's go ahead and get into it. So let's talk about these transparent sealing wax beads. So as I mentioned, you got 2 of these in this jar here. And this particular one right here is this beautiful light honey looking color. And that's what it looks like. So the beads, when I pour them out, you can see the size of them there in my hand. And they're in these little oval shapes, right? So those beads, I use those, and I also use this one right here, which happens to be the clear ones. These are a little smaller, but the jar is filled to the very top. So that's what these look like, to give you an indication on size. And they're like a jelly wax, real clear, real nice, of course transparent. So I decided to go ahead and play with that. And what I did was I used those, and what I found when I heated this item up, I found that this particular item here was nice, but it took a long time to melt. That's one of the things about these transparent beads here. It took a little longer to melt than I wanted it to. And then I also found that it took it was quite hard to pretty much pour out and get a nice heat seal. I was able to get one done. So this is kind of the consistency I got, and it, as you can see, it dries up really quick. And if you see this right here, this item right here is what I use to stir it. And this reminds me of like when you finish the sucker when as a kid, and it left some of the residue of the sucker on the stick, and it's pretty much hard like that as well. So it doesn't take, in other words, you really have to work quick when you're using the transparent beads. So that's the only thing about those wax beads that I did not like. Other than that, I thought it was really pretty once you got your impression, because it definitely does leave a really gorgeous impression once you're able to get enough off of your spoon and place it down to be able to seal. So what I did, so I could kind of show you, I'm not going to demonstrate that one because, as I mentioned, that one right there takes a long time to pretty much melt. So I found that when I was working with that, when I went ahead and did an impression with doing the clear wax, using the wax beads, and when I put it down, I was able to finally get an impression. This is pretty much what I come up with. But when you mix it with another color wax bead, and I have these on hand from previous projects, I found that I used that one with this one here, and I found it was a little easier to move and also be able to heat seal and everything like that when it came to using my wax seal stamps. But this is the card that I created here using the clear transparent wax beads, and I'm really happy with how the card turned out. I love it. I did a lot with this card right here to make this happen. This card has an embossed look in the background, and what I did is I used my Harvest Moon Distress Mica Stain spray to get that beautiful mica color in the background. I also use this die cut right here, which happens to be from one of my die sets that I have in my stash, as well as some twine, which I thought was really nice. And so I wanted to create this card with this stitching around it, and this is pretty much what I made. So this is the front of the card. I still need to add the base, but this is to get me started. Or you can always leave it like this and just put it on the easel and just frame it out like that. But I wanted to add this wax seal, which was the look I was going for. And you can see how I have this beautiful bee stamped by using the wax seal stamps. And I also use that transparent, this right here in the center, so you can see what that looks like. Look how gorgeous. I love the way that turned out. And I also use the gold metallic pen to bring the bee out a little bit more. But on this impression right here for the background, I used some of my wax, some of my color wax that I have in my stash, and I did use the octagon shape. Even though it doesn't look like an octagon shape, this is the impression that I got when I did use that. This tends to spread out a little different. It doesn't actually give you that same look of that octagon look, but this is the look that I have on this card, and I'm really happy with the way that turned out. So that's that card there using those transparent wax beads. The next card I have is this one right here. This one here, really gorgeous. I love the way that one turned out. And I just did a simple wax seal on this one just to give you another look and show you. For this one here, I use my heart wax seal stamp. So I use this one, and you can see how gorgeous that looks. Look how beautiful. I really love the way that turned out. The heart one is one of my favorite ones out of this set. I love this one, and I also like the circle as well. I find that those two are just so pretty and easier to work with. But this is the look I got when I used the heart one, and I love the basic look of that. You can also get creative. You can also add some of the different glitters and little pieces that you may have in your stash, like this one, for example. For this particular card here, I use the circle to do this one, and you can see how I've added some of those heart iridescent little embellishments inside of my wax stamp inside of there on this card. So I really like the way that turned out. So really nice impression on that one. And then we have this one right here, which I use the oval, and that's where you got this look right here. And I really like the way this turned out. And I use a lot of different distressed mica sprays that I had in my stash as well. I felt like that really just brought those other metallic colors and using the wax seals out even more. But this is the look that you got when you use the oval one. And then for this one right here, this is just an impression I wanted to show you from another stamp still that was on in my stash right here. This is a butterfly one that I had. And I wanted to kind of show you what that would look like if you did go with one that has like an image on there. So that's what that one looks like. And you can see the impression from this one. So yes, that's the look of those. So I definitely want to share with you what all of those cards look like. And I'm happy with every single one, how they turned out. And so now I want to go ahead and do a quick demo for you guys and show you what it looks like when I stamp with one of the shape wax seal stamps. So let's go ahead and do that now. So I'm going to go ahead and place this under here, and I'm going to light this up. Alright, so I'm going to place one of my spoons on here because what I'm going to do is go ahead and heat one of these up, and we're going to go ahead and just use, let's do the circle. And all you do is just screw that right on there. And I'm going to go ahead and place my spoon on here and just put some different colors in here. I've already have my wax pool, so I'm going to go ahead and put some of the different colors in here, and we're just going to go with some random colors here. So let's put some yellow, and that should be a good amount right there. And then I'm also going to go ahead and prepare my card. I have my card right here that I'm going to be using to add the wax seal, to add another design to the front of this card here. This card has already been prepped and ready for me to add that seal to the front. And for this one, I also used the Harvest Moon Distress Mica Stain, as well as some die cuts from some of my dies that I have in my stash currently. And with this one, I will go ahead and add one of these beads right here. You won't really be able to see it because it's going to be transparent, but I am going to go ahead and add it. But it does take a little while for these to melt down, but I'll still put some of them in there. So I'm going to put some of these in here anyway to kind of show you guys, because you can mix them. I find when you mix it with different wax seal colors, it does tend to mix a little bit better. So that's one of the things that I do like. So we're going to try this out, give it a chance to melt some here. And while this melt, I'm going to slide all these out the way so you guys can see what I'm doing. And move this card up here. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and stir this around some here to kind of help it out a little bit. Let's see if that'll kind of get it started. You always want to have like a stick on hand when you're doing your wax seal stamps, as well as some paper towel to be able to clean your spoons out. And also you want to have, you can use ice as well, because sometimes that definitely helps get the seal, you know, dried up pretty quickly, but you don't really need the ice. But it is something good to have on hand if you choose to use something like that, to kind of prepare your work surface. So I'm just going to set that there for now. And I'm also going to go ahead and add, let's see here, I have some stars, but I really want to put, let's see if I have another color here. Yeah, I'm going to stick with the stars. I'll put a few stars on there just to add a little something something. I'm going to have to work quick. I'm going to add some of these that I already have in my stash. And we're going to go ahead and get ready to pour. Alright, so I want to work a little fast here, so I'm going to go ahead and just put a few in here. Probably ain't going to be able to see these, but I'm going to go ahead and seal this now. This is the one I'm using, which is the circle one from the Shape Craspire wax seal stamps. And I'm also going to go ahead and put, see some extra ones that fell off to the side here. Put those back that I don't need. And close this back up here. So you just let that set there just for a moment. Let it do its thing. And in the meantime, you can go ahead and wipe off your spoon here. And I do have a little extra in here, so I'm going to go ahead and melt the remaining amount in there. And I may add another color just to demo and show you guys what that looks like. Okay, it should be ready now, and it is. And voila, this is what this one looks like. And I have some of those stars in there. You can see how it's shining. And this is the one I just used here. I think it turned out really, really beautiful. I like the way that looks. Really nice. So that's that one there. And we're going to go ahead and move to another one. For this one right here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to switch spoons, and I'm going to do some green in this one here, because I'm now going to be using this card right here. This card has already been prepped and ready for use. To go ahead and add the wax seals to it. So I'm going to add some of my green on here. Melt this on down. And I'm going to switch shapes as well. So by me doing that, I'm going to add a little bit more to this one. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the oval shape. That's the one I want to do now. Right, so this is the oval one I'm going to be using. I'll let my wax melt down. But on this one right here, let's see which one I used. I used the Wicked Elixir mica spray on this one. Really, really beautiful. Love the way this turned out. And I also used some gold foiling paper as well. And this one is melting up really nice. I always like to give it a little good stir right here. And Craspire also has a coupon for you guys to take advantage of. All the links will be in the description box, so that way you can click on any of the products that you have seen in this video. Feel free to definitely do that. Take advantage of the coupon offer by using the coupon Memory5. You will save $5 off of any order over $40. Save $5 off of any order over $40 using Memory5. That's the coupon code you will use. So while you shop, definitely take advantage of that offer. So now while this wax is already ready, I'm going to go ahead and add this to my card here. And this is the seal again that I'm going to be using. And this is so pretty. I love the way this comes home already, just based on the colors that I went with. And this is the seal that I'm using here. So I'm going to go ahead and place that down. You just want to kind of just set it on there. It's going to do its thing. Really nice. So I like these different wax seal shapes. They are so pretty. They're really decent size. Let's give that a few moments there. And then just to pretty much clean out your spoons, when the wax start to dry up, all you have to do is pretty much place it back on the heat, let that melt, and you can wipe it out by using some of your paper towel that you have on hand, being sure not to burn yourself. Okay, this should be ready now. And this is the look that you get. And all I did was use this oval shape wax seal stamp. Really nice. So this is what I want to share with you guys today. This is Tanya here with Memory Lane Keepsakes. I hope you guys choose to subscribe. Also give this video a thumbs up. And check me out on my Instagram page, which is Memory Lane Keepsakes 2017. Again, all the information will be listed in the description box. Take a look, take a peek, go to their website. And thank you guys so much for watching again. Have a blessed day and happy crafting. Bye-bye.